Hello, everybody. Welcome to Where Is This Going? A podcast about artists you may not know, but hopefully will soon grow to appreciate at the very least. I'm your host, Hunter Miles, and with us, joining us in the studio today at the Stooge is Jim Versluis of Versluis or Versluis? I already forgot to ask.
Okay. It's Versluis. But,
okay.
It's all good.
My bad. You seem very upset
No,
already.
No, it's cool. No, I like you.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's cool, though.
So we have Jim Versluis of Greet Death.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Of Grand Rapids or of West Michigan or of Allendale.
So I'm from Allendale.
Correct.
Yes. So West Michigan, and Sam and Logan are from a little town called Davisburg, which is like near Holly, which is around Flint. But the reason why Flint is referred is because like that's really where the band got its start.
Gotcha.
Yeah, for sure. So, and then I joined the group later on. Down the line.
That was my next question.
Yeah,
because I know you. Have you spent any time in Flint?
Not much, no.
Okay.
Well, Jake, who's here.
Yes. Hey, bud.
Calmink, baby. Yo. Yeah. I was in a band with Jake at the time when I met Sam and Logan, who had the original drummer with them, Anthony, and we were playing a Fever Haze gig and met them. Play together at the Flint local. So that was like my introduction to Flint. Right. And then some people that were running the venue, I have sort of stayed in contact with down the line. When you go to like Bloodfest was a big thing on the east side. So like you'd run into those people there, or you'd run into like just bands people that reformed bands that you were sort of connected to, and some of them were from Flint. Right. But we didn't get out there that often. So so yeah, it was pretty organic, I guess, how we met, and then we did a tour together. Nice. When Greet Death was Pines. Okay. So that was the first iteration of the band, and so then we did a few dates with them, the Fever Haze and Pines, and like as you do when you're, I don't even know if we were in school then or if we had anything going on.
Well, Fever Haze, that was like what, 4-ish years ago, or
like that we that I had joined, or that it started,
or that I guess when you guys toured together.
Oh yeah, that was probably like would it be as like 2015, 2016? I might be remembering incorrectly, but we met somewhere in there. Right. I think. And so I remember the second time I ever ran into Sam was in line to see Father John Misty at like Royal Oak. Right. So it was like we had enough of a connection that I'm like, oh, yo, good to see you again. And like, sometimes you rarely get that. Yeah. So that was.
And from there to develop a rapport that would develop into a future relationship, I would assume.
And it was a great show. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
it was great. Yeah, it was great. Yeah, Sam was cool.
Yeah, Sam was cool, but Father John Misty at Royal Oak.
Oh, come on. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Went with Rick to that show. Nice. And yeah, it was great. Remember we heard the sound check? Yep. They're doing Strange Encounter off the Honey Bear record, and I remember we thought that we were so fucking cool because like Rick and I were just walking the streets of Royal Oak, this rich ass part of town, going to like, I don't know, like American Apparel and not buying anything, or like going to a record store and like just putting your money where it should go. Yeah. Right. Oh, this is, and then hearing the sound check, be like, oh, there he is, and just being fucking nerds. It was a good show. But yeah, meeting Sam a few times after that was with Logan. So it would be, you'd run into somebody here or there, but it always came back to like they're in a cool band. Right. they're a cool band, and I felt like we were a cool band. So it was just like, all right,
we're some cool bands.
You know, like it's like you said, we developed a rapport, and then eventually I joined.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And it's been neat.
It's been pretty dank.
It's been pretty dank.
Oh yeah.
Aha.
New. Nice reach. As you'll see, Jim is wearing a mask. I wish you could see his pretty face, but he takes this pandemic seriously. Opposed to me, who now that Joe Biden has been elected, I'm just waiting for this all to blow over. I thought it's time to literally take the masks off and quit this charade. I think it's all stupid. I'm kidding.
Move to Fuji.
Fuji or Fiji?
Both. Yeah, pick one.
Yeah, pick. There's really no difference.
Yeah. I think I'm just like craving water.
Oh, I thought you. No, I said Fiji. You said, are you craving apples?
Fuji. Yeah, they got water, right? They got water in them.
Oh, apples have water in them. Yes, I believe so.
Suck it dry.
Sucker.
You're gonna suck it dry, Mark. Suck it dry.
Don't be stingy.
Don't be stingy.
I was very excited to have you on the podcast because I love goofing around with you, and I love your sense of humor, which is
why?
Because Socrates.
I'm sorry.
No, you're so funny. But I don't see musicians as supposed to be funny, so it's like nice and that was a joke. I'm not being funny now. But
thank you.
But I want to know more about you.
Okay.
Because I see a lot of people may use humor as a way to deflect from actually, I'll show you humorous things or absurd things that may be true to keep you from asking questions about close things. So maybe I'll try to get close, but I really don't care.
All right. Hell yeah.
I'm also interested in the funny. I don't give a fuck.
Cool.
But yeah, so you grew up here in West Michigan. Allendale is where you're from?
Yes, born in Grand Rapids.
Born in Grand Rapids.
Yeah, everybody kind of just headed west.
Yeah.
Yep. And
nice.
Barely any of us hit Grand Haven, so we're all in some sort of pocketed area. Right. Yeah. Yeah, Allendale.
Allendale, is that where you went to school?
It was, yeah.
How did you? Because I met you in Holland and in the Holland scene. How did you come out here?
Well, some early shows with like my first band. Some of them Jake booked. Now that I'm realizing as I'm talking how long I've known Jake. Even when like my first band, you're playing coffee house gigs, and there's at least we were like like some sort of like mix between like Americana and like I don't know. I just wanted us to be the Foo Fighters, and it just like never really came to fruition. But also like that's a really stupid goal.
It's a lofty goal, if I have to say.
Fucking dumb goal.
But also that's perfect for like LJ's. I'm sure was that.
Yeah, we played
main
there.
Spot in Holland.
It definitely was, and I remember when you're 14 and you start with your first band, it's like everything seems like such a big deal,
right?
Because you have such a not a narrow focus, but you're dreaming big for sure.
Right, and everything is a first. It's everything is a first step.
The first gig is like, oh man, solid. Check that off the list, and then you want more.
Right.
More. It's very selfish. Like,
exactly.
It's very selfish.
I just need more attention now.
Yeah.
No, believe me, yeah. I know.
Yeah.
I'm a stand-up comedian. I don't even try to like impress you with a talent, like with an instrument or anything. I'm just gonna talk at you. Thank you for listening.
Yeah.
And that's all. And I got this podcast, so I'm like, yeah, just give me attention, please. So I know the struggle.
Stand-up is infinitely harder.
Yeah.
More difficult than.
We'll say.
Yeah, because even if like you bomb, Logan said this once. Even if you like bomb on like with a song, there's still like people don't really. I think, I don't know, maybe I'm generalizing, but I think a lot of people that watch stand-up aren't realizing the like the craft
Right.
of how much time you have to devote to that.
Right.
And so people, you know, if they just hate the joke, then and they don't laugh, it's like, oh god damn.
Yeah.
I
don't know. I feel like a lot of people don't understand. They're just like, come on, be funny.
Right.
Like, even like in conversation, you're always expected to be funny and things like that. Which, that's how I got funny, was in conversations. So I feel like I do have to, or try to live up to that standard of like, this is how you're funny. This is the way to find your funny, is in conversation.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Anyways.
Yeah. I definitely believe that I wanted to be the funny guy. Like, absolutely. Because and it was a defense mechanism against like how I felt about my body. That was like a big one. Especially in high school, everybody's so fucking mean.
Right.
And maybe not to me, but it's almost I'm
projecting.
Yeah, and I'm feeding into, or was feeding into, like, what people thought, what I thought they thought of me, and like, that doesn't fly. Yeah. But like that was the reality of it. And so I just wanted to, I don't know, if I was gonna be oversized, I wanted to have some sort of oversized, like, I don't know, personality, or maybe you know, part of it was a facade. So like but it also, I don't know. I don't think wit is something to be ashamed of.
Right.
Like,
yeah. It's especially as a defense mechanism. There's many other things that we could have gone to. Yeah. Because I mean, I
wasn't fucking chickens. You know.
Exactly.
Like, yeah. So
yeah, and that I could have taken all my anger out. Yeah. On my weight. Yeah. On these chickens.
Right.
Which.
Look at all those chickens.
I'm sad.
But yeah, Allendale.
But yeah, Allendale.
But yeah, LJ's was a place that definitely nurtured local bands.
Right.
Definitely. And though they don't have shows there anymore, it's still like, you know, the legacy lives on in the community.
Especially like, everyone in Holland, or in like a creative scene around Holland, knows about LJ's, because that's where it's almost like that's where people got their start, basically. Right. Everyone in the scene now are still going, and those that have fizzled out have all like passed through LJ's and Park Theater for the most part. And if you're in Holland, and if you're a small band in Holland, like, to do that is just a step to like Grand Rapids.
Right.
Basically.
Right. Yeah, you make your way down the road. Yeah. Yeah. I still, maybe because I work at LJ's, that I like have a lot of like musician or artist types come in, and they'll mention former bands. Not mine, but just I'll hear them periodically. Like, someone mentioned the Active Inspire. Right. And someone mentioned Kane Marco. And then someone mentioned well, I still see Soil in the Sun shirts, like, all the time. I feel like I do. And then like, I don't know, every quarter, Rob will come in and like talk to me about like when La Dispute was playing at the Park Theater, right? And how those are just like the most wicked shows, and like metal and like heavy metal and metalcore was really getting booked.
We were just talking to, didn't we? Someone brought up the Active Inspire last week, didn't they?
Tyler was in the Active.
That's right.
Yeah.
With Courtney Grinwis.
Yeah, great
as well.
Great drummer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so cool to hear about, because I mean, those are familiar names to anyone who's like you said, been in the scene or like in that community. Those are such like familiar names, and they've all come and gone, or have redeveloped or reformed. As that's so cool to see bands do, which I didn't know about that, I guess. Like, before entering like the knowledge of the scene, I guess. But just how many bands just gain and lose members, or just become new bands, but I've also watched it with Calmink and all of his projects as well. It's just a developing of artists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seeing people level up.
Right, exactly.
Sick.
Are you going to call every new band a level up? Or are you, but I can assume that Greet Death is the ultimate level up thus far.
Like, are you saying that we're like the band level up?
Yeah, no. I mean, literally leveling up.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Or
I know what you mean.
Okay.
And it's fun.
It's fun.
It's fun being in this band.
I'm glad.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
So I don't want to talk about your band anymore. Let's talk about you being gay.
All right.
Or fat. Which one? You said nothing's off limits. I'm sorry.
All right, let's get weight out of the way.
Okay. Well, because you brought that up, so now I wanted to touch on it.
Let's.
Because you are obviously, if someone looked at you now, you wouldn't. I don't think they would see you as someone who just struggled with your weight, but that's only because you went through that struggle, I believe.
Yeah.
So what got, let's skip all the sad shit. What was your turning point or whatever? What got you fit, dog?
So I think, circling back, coming out was a big one.
Oh, so you do want, okay.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. So yeah, weight's cool. Definitely body positivity all the way.
Amen.
But I think I was just like, I was sick of how I was feeling about myself. I think some people might have a breaking point where you can go down one path, which is destructive, and you can go down one that's a little bit more on the constructive side of things, and find balance. Tony Robbins, like I just think that eventually I'm like, I hate the way my clothes fit. I hate the way I feel. I know that if I just really give this a shot, then maybe I can do something about it. And the consistency, I was surprised that I could do it.
Right.
Like, honestly,
I know I can't go to the gym or anything. That's just not me. I can't make it part of any kind of routine.
Yeah.
I've tried.
Some bubble burst somewhere. Like, it was like, okay, fuck it. Here we go.
Right.
And I mean, during the quarantine, I gained and lost and gained, and like it's now my weight fluctuates and I can feel it more than ever before.
Right.
So that's a nice side effect, I guess, of losing a lot of baby weight.
Because now you can keep track. You can keep track of it better.
I think so. Yeah. And I can absolutely tell when I get out of hand, and it's not like I don't notice those eating habits because they plagued me before.
Right.
So I can see what's up.
Everything you're saying about your eating habits and like your struggles with weight or the breaking point where you wanted to make a change is exactly how I felt with crack and like coke and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, and pills in general. But like, I was sick of feeling that anxiousness like after like going through withdrawal of drugs.
Yeah.
I was sick of how it was making me feel about my life and my situation because I was a father. Like, I was sick of feeling that way, and I made obviously the steps to change that. And now when I struggle with things like caffeine, not like struggle with caffeine, but when I have a lot of caffeine and I start to get like really anxious again, it's a great reminder that like I know I can never go back.
Pedal back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I need to dial it back, even with caffeine and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But,
I find that to be true.
Yeah.
For me, specifically caffeine. Like, I'll go through bouts of just going ham, and I'm thinking, fuck, I know this isn't good. Like, maybe there's a little bit of self-sabotage. That could be under something.
Right.
Just feeling like maybe that's how I'm getting back at myself for my own insecurities or whatever.
Right.
Like, it's It's like that. It's silent self-hatred.
Well, especially with caffeine, I think it's a lot of it's running your body ragged in general. It's pushing your body past its natural limits, or like whether it's staying out too late and having to wake up early for work and do things, because that's normally when I was working at like 2 Men and a Fuck.
What was 2 Men and a Fuck?
Yeah, 2 Men and a Fuck.
Oh hell yeah. You were the fuck.
I was both.
Yeah.
One of the men and anyways.
Oh. So 2 people having sex in a truck.
2 persons in a truck. I was drinking energy drinks all day, and it was because I was also staying up late and having to work like a physically demanding job.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew I was doing it to myself. Now I've tried to limit to like on the weekends it kind of runs ragged, but like just a coffee in the morning, and water to follow that up, like throughout the day, but because I'm out delivering packages and stuff, so I don't really have time to stop.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna bring more water. Anyways.
Yeah. Particularly this weekend, I was going hard on the caffeine-free Diet Coke.
Oh.
So I'm a Diet Coke fan anyway.
Okay.
But
I've never gotten into any diet drinks.
Yeah.
Mountain Dew was the... That's not mine. I want you to know that. But Diet Mountain Dew, I tried when I was a young lad, a wee young lad.
Baby New York City.
But, yeah. Diet Mountain Dew was the only thing I could kind of stomach.
Mm-hmm.
Diet drinks, I don't know what it is.
My stepfather drinks Diet Mountain Dew. That's his drink of choice.
I'm sorry. I don't know. The way you said that made me feel kind of bad for bringing it up.
Well, because he drinks a lot of it.
Oh. And then what?
And he probably feels bad.
Oh, okay.
Probably feels bad.
I didn't know what Diet Mountain Dew does to him. I was going to say.
Dude, he starts swinging.
Right. I was like.
I'm ducking. I'm scared out of my mind. And then
brings me right back to 9 years old.
Yep. That's just when he's out of it. You know?
That's just when the store has no more.
Yeah.
This is in the middle of Meyer.
You gotta imagine, like, how strong someone is when their whole day is ruined. Like, it comes to a point where it just...
That kind of rage will snap. Yeah.
So, but I was drinking a lot of energy drinks when I worked at a gas station. That was when I could get that discount.
Dude, I had never seen someone drink more energy drinks than I did when I also worked at a gas station, and it was not all of my coworkers, one specifically, and she knew everything about all of the Monster stuff too because she restocked it, and I think she was running a scam inside that.
Yeah.
But she was like so up to date on all the Monster products and had tried everything. So
and
obviously,
there's so many,
dude. Yeah, they're new. I didn't realize it was going to be sugar free, but we're getting down it. We just talked about how we need to stop, and they were like, "Oh, that's like." It's like, hey, yeah, no, we need to really stop smoking weed. But that new strain, anyways, the new Granddaddy Perp, no,
yeah.
But they have a sugar-free the Monster, like their summer edition, to get back at Red Bull's like watermelon one.
They had a whole campaign.
Yeah.
Or was it watermelon?
I think it's like just a sugar-free watermelon.
Okay.
I think they do it sugar-free so it can have the cool can, because the sugar-free cans are like, I don't know the material, but they're a nicer can.
Aluminium.
Yeah, but with raised design.
Yeah, I fuck hard on sugar-free Red Bull.
Oh, yeah. Only sugar-free Red Bull?
Yeah, I don't drink yeah.
But that's what makes you fuck hard.
Yeah. I don't drink I don't drink like Red
yeah,
Bull.
You're not on that Reggie.
Not Reg. I'm not on the Reggie. No.
Yeah.
No, I'm not on Reggie anything. I'm so alternative, dude. Like I'm drinking Zima.
You actually got a carb button here, which I've never seen before either.
No, this is fucked up.
Courtesy
I think,
of cow.
Raspberry.
Raspberry carbon.
It's neat.
You know it's not even in the picture.
But I got this. It's really cool. Got my AHA, which is infinitely better, I bet.
Wow,
dude.
I bet. He goes, it's infinitely better, I bet.
I'm going to be proven wrong right now.
I didn't even
But-
realize I opened this.
I love, like, any of this shit. Like,
Nice.
it's great. Yeah. Really neat.
So part of your change in your efforts to lose the weight, because you skinned up.
Mm-hmm.
You skinned up? Is that
Yep.
Is that the correct term?
I skinned up.
I don't know. I'm just trying to cooperate with body positivity.
Yeah.
I don't know what the campaign's all about.
No, yeah. I got into skinning.
You got into skinning.
I got into skinning.
And so, did you cut things out, because obviously you know where you stumble, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So, what were the changes you had to make, I guess?
That's way better than the AHA, by the way. So, I definitely gave up like most sugars. I mean, I'd eat fruit, but yeah, I just like dominated my diet with vegetables and started running. That came later. I will say that now. Like, that was something that propelled it even further. But I mean, yeah, I lost a lot of weight quickly, which isn't best,
common or isn't healthy.
Isn't healthy, and I think it's all too common.
Right.
But yeah, I had lost about 90 pounds. I think like the first 70 went off like real quick.
Damn.
Like, it was, but that's because I completely changed my diet. Like, it was a cold turkey kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it was, yeah, it was quick, and it was a
No
shot.
sugars,
it was a
no
shotgun
pops,
wedding.
No,
like,
so
yeah,
no
no,
sodas?
I gave up like all sodas for sure.
Now, what do you say? Sodas or pop? Soda or pop?
I guess I say pop, but yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't
I
know.
won't vilify you for either.
I'm fucking dumb. Like,
Okay.
I both.
Okay.
But pop, for some reason in my dumbass head, it makes me think like it has sugar in it, and I just like don't drink sugar.
Because soda
drinks.
water, and like, okay, yeah.
So like, part of me, if I'm drinking
Pop
like
water.
carbonated something, it doesn't have sugar in it.
Right.
Typically.
Yeah.
So I guess I say soda.
Like an AHA
Yeah. Right.
or a carbon.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
For sure.
What else did you cut out? So sugars, you went straight fruits and veggies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like
You try
I went like
any crazy diets besides just being crazy healthy? Because that sounds gross.
I mean, I was vegetarian for a while. I was vegan for a second, and
Yeah. I
all
tried
of
that back in 5th grade.
Yeah.
The vegetarian. The vegan was more recent, but shorter lived.
I had to get my gallbladder out, I think, because of my unhealthy eating styles. Yeah, I think like my bile duct.
You're acting like
was
you're digging it out.
my
currently.
bile duct was full of sludge.
Ooh,
So that's why
that's
I'm
a
in
medical
Greek
term,
death.
correct?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, but they're like, oh, well, we're gonna take the whole thing, and they did, and it's been fine since. But like, I mean, like, you know, the quarantine, I'm eating more pizza than I normally do.
Right.
I gotta be real. Like, normally I'm not having pizza that often, but recently it's like, fuck it.
Yeah.
And that's been the attitude, and now I'm pedaling back.
Because
you know?
you're realizing.
Yeah, definitely. There are too many weeks in a row
You
of
now have
me
like a
being
lower threshold.
an
of-
asshole.
Yeah.
Like, there's been a few weeks of me being an asshole about it. Yeah. But, you know.
So wait, what about this weekend? Was it just because you had a thing this weekend, right? Live stream shooting or wait, not a live stream shooting. You shot a live stream
We sure did do that. Yep.
in Chicago.
In Chicago.
With your band.
Yes. So we played at Lincoln Hall, and it was a really neat venue.
Now, did Lincoln build the hall? or did he just?
I think he
stay
emancipated
there?
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. He
Or
freed the hall.
He freed. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. Because it was. I don't know. They put out a book. If that'll be the plug I give to Lincoln Hall. They put out a book, and you can get to know the history of Lincoln Hall. It's on their website.
Must be an extensive history.
Yeah.
From Lincoln Park.
And Billie Eilish played there. So I mean, like, history in the making at the very least.
Lincoln Park at Lincoln Hall would have been a great show too.
I wonder if they played
And
played there. Fall Out Boy definitely have. Yeah, they're like a Chicago suburb band. One of the techs at the show told me, and I'm like, oh, that's right. Fall Out Boy is a.
Did you say, oh, that's
Chicago
right?
band.
Like you actually knew, or like you're like, oh, that's right. I now know that.
No, I knew that they were from Chicago.
Because I would have said, oh, that's right. Like I now know that. Like I was going to.
No, I was being polite.
I was nodding along.
No, So yeah, we played this live stream, and it was really neat.
Yeah, that's what I should have said. You played a live stream,
not
shot anything. You didn't shoot anyone.
Nope, no. Some people did.
Some
there,
people got shot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Chicago. What are you gonna do?
Right. Get scared.
Get shot.
Yeah.
Or get scared.
Yeah.
You got two options.
Yeah, for sure. And we
3, get a felony.
Yes.
Anyways, continue.
It was really fun, and we got to play a few new songs, and it was it's actually the 1-year anniversary of New Hell, the record that we put out last year. It's the year anniversary today, so pretty neat.
R.I.P. New Hell.
New Hell. But it was kind of like a celebration, and we got we just got a landing on that, and it was really neat to play with each other, because we obviously live so far away from one another, and we all just been quarantining. And
I was gonna say you haven't been able to gig at all. So
no, it's been like a lot of administrative work, like over email and just like FaceTime and shit for the past like many months.
Yeah. So, which is shitty. I think doing anything over Zoom, any kind of collaborative work that's much better done in person, it's just lacking in that connection that you need to create, I think. And so I'm glad you guys got to get together.
Yeah, thank you.
Personally, from me to you, I'm glad you got to experience that.
I appreciate that. Thanks so much, man.
Hey, nothing but friendship here, bud. That's what we promote. Oh, shite. I asked you. We talked about Ryan Sickler, and I asked you to promote anything, and I don't think you even did.
I'll promote right now. Ryan Sickler's got a new podcast. No.
Nope. All right. You can. So, Greet Death is on Spotify, Apple Music.
Yes. Probably Tidal.
Tidal.
Yeah.
Tidal. And
gotta be Google Play.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You gotta be.
The CD is available at Target.
I don't know. Really?
Mm-hmm.
New Hell?
You can go on Target.com. You could buy it.
You could buy it if you want a hard copy. Wait, do you get any kickback for that? Don't you have a website that you could also sell it for?
That is what I should have said.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd promote your website before Target, personally.
We just dropped 2 new shirts. They're really tight.
Also at Target?
Yep. Yeah, they're Morona, and pretty cool. They're both plaid.
Coronavirus.
Yeah.
Coronavirus.
She's getting real. So we put out these 2 new shirts. They're on our Bandcamp. Excuse me. greetdeath.bandcamp.com.
Got it. We'll put that link in the description
For sure.
Or
And
Jake will,
we're streaming everywhere. So
hell yeah.
pretty neat. But the live stream is great, and it Logan was saying it felt like a real show, and I concur.
Hell yeah.
That's definitely how I felt too. Even with 8 people there or whatever.
Just the crew basically filming it, or?
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, we had a great monitor engineer, great sound person, great lighting. Everybody that was working the cameras was super professional. And
you have to imagine that for like the production staff, it is easier for live streaming events rather than a live performance with an audience.
Oh, I would assume so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the whole
It takes a whole variability, like a whole variable out,
and a different time schedule too.
Right.
Like people are getting. I mean, I'm saying like arena tours. People get to the venue at like 9 a.m.
right?
Stuff like that. But this, at a club, people are getting there at like 4 or 5, or maybe even earlier if it's like someone who has like a big production.
Right.
You time that out accordingly. But I mean, for a band like us, fucking show up at 5:30, load in takes nothing, and
Right.
they were super hospitable too. Like we didn't have to bring much gear at all. So for a live stream, it was really, really simple.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and they killed it.
Right.
We just went to band practice.
We just read, but also if it felt like a real show, I feel like you had a lot of excitement and joy out of that. I'm sure.
I was nervous.
Yeah, of course. That's where the adrenaline turns into joy after the show. I think.
Mm-hmm.
It
did.
Those nerves. Yeah.
It definitely did. It felt really, really good. Like that. It definitely fueled the craving that I have to.
But now, how long is it going to be until you can do something like that again?
A while. Like it's going to be a while.
Well, we're not trying to think about that. So
it's
what?
Gonna be a while.
Greet Death has a pretty big. I don't want to say a big push, like a large reach, though. I saw about like 41,000 or 4.1 thousand. Now I don't remember. Now I feel bad.
41,000
likes on
shows
Facebook
that we've played.
No likes. 41,000 likes on a Facebook.
No, it's definitely 4,100.
4,100. You know what? I'm gonna check. Yeah, you're probably right. But hey, that's still
41,000.
way more than mine. I honestly thought it was 41,000.
We're Mason Ramsey.
I was like, dang, very impressive me.
Yeah.
Also, is that all he's got?
No, he's got way more than that.
Yeah,
dog.
I was gonna say I'd have to.
No, that I did not mean to shade you. Your music completely fucks. So. Yeah. No,
I didn't. I also didn't mean to shame you. I felt bad now, but you're right. 4118, but that's a lot.
I mean, to picture them all in a room,
yeah,
that's a lot.
See, now to have all those fans show up to one show, that'd be amazing.
That's a pretty good feeling.
But that's also the goal,
right. When you put it like that.
Mm-hmm. How I don't know how big venues go for shows or for like music shows. Vaguely, I haven't been to a concert besides the Lumineers in quite some time.
You mean like capacity length?
Yeah. Where are you at? What are you playing?
Like,
it seems like such a dick question. I don't know how I'm asking.
I mean, it's an honest question. It's like, what's in your bank account?
Yeah, no, I don't think that's. But what is the largest venue I've played music at? Call me. It was a pretty small. LJ's was one. My band auditorium.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
that's high school. But there was one in Lansing that was like a basement show, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Basement 414.
I never played there.
It was fine. Yeah, I did Shittily with Jake.
Shittily.
I played Shittily with Jake.
Yeah, it's an improv.
It's
show.
an adverb.
Yeah.
Shittily.
Yeah.
I played Shittily, the improv game.
Yeah. Like, oh wow, that's innovative.
Yes.
That's really cool, dog.
Yeah. Wait, we got off track. You're gay, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's go back to that.
Yeah. What do you want to know?
No, I was going down a more boring road, but I figured you being gay would be more entertaining.
Okay.
Is that what you were thinking also when you came out?
Being gay is very entertaining.
Yeah, like my life is boring.
Yeah. You need to
be gay.
You need to spice it up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You need to really get into the
spice of life.
Get into the spice of life. Ain't no pumpkin. No.
Oh, pumpkin spice. Duly noted. All right. No, so when did you come out? Because you had said that also had a spur.
Dramatic effect.
As you said, drama is a life source. Drama is the Gatorade of the gays.
Yeah.
Your words, not mine.
Jenna Maroney's words.
Oh, sorry, my apologies.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We were on the drag talk. That's where
She's a character, though.
Okay.
Yeah. I was clearly, I was talking about Drag Race.
Right.
Come on, everybody. So
because that's always a topic of conversation.
Yeah. But no, her quote was, "Drama is gay man's Gatorade. It replenishes their electrolytes." And I've always loved that.
Beautiful.
Yeah. That always got me really good. 30 Rock's my favorite show.
Yes. So when did, I guess, the two coincide? How long ago was it that you had come out and I guess decided to venture on both of those changes?
Into the spice?
Yeah.
So
ventured into the spice. Jim Versluis.
Mm-hmm.
Versluis. Shit. If you say Versluis, it rhymes with spice.
You're forgiven.
But I'm saying if you say Jim Versluis ventures into the spice, it rhymes for the show if we were to name the episodes. But we don't. We just put your name on it.
Okay.
Anyways.
Well, I guess we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, won't we? That's cool.
Versluis and the spice. Continue.
Hell yeah. So I guess where it coincided was when I found out that I was a big Spice Girls fan. And
that's when I chose to venture into the spice.
I mean, I was probably 5 when I realized it. When I realized something was different.
Oh, I thought you were saying, is
I
this
did not come out at 5.
No, but I'm saying, is this legitimate about the Spice Girls?
No.
Okay.
They just happened to
that
really excite me. They really excited me. All of that pop culture, I ate it up when I was really, really young. It excited me because it was colorful and the music was palatable. One of my first obsessions was Britney Spears. It's like all of this is so telling now.
Right.
But it's very innocent when you're just like
the
a
love
kid.
Of pop culture.
Yeah, I mean, I remember I would have my jammies, like my jammy bottoms, and I would put them over my head and pretend to be Xena Warrior Princess and run around the house and do or whatever. Or whatever.
Her war cry.
I can't do her war cry. It's like it's like a horse whistle or something. But I loved Lucy Lawless. I was a strange kid. At least that's what my parents didn't really realize.
Oh, I thought you said that's what my parents told everyone. No, he's just a strange kid.
Yeah. So I came out when I was 21. So it was a long
late bloom.
Very much so. In nearly every way.
Right.
It seemed. From my perspective.
Right.
So I didn't date at all in high school. I wasn't going to come out in high school. I didn't feel.
And you didn't date girls at all in high school either?
No.
Did you have that confusion, or were you just like, I'm just not?
No, I was trying to ignore it as long as possible until something boiled over.
Right.
That was my expectation. That eventually I'm gonna have to get this out.
I'm gonna have this burning passion.
I did not think in the way that oh my god, I'm gonna marry this guy, because even at the time I'm just that wasn't possible.
Right.
So that wasn't even. It was
not a thought. Yeah.
It's not a thought that I'm gonna ever get married. It was just I know that I know how I feel, and this excites me, and this doesn't, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna have to answer to this one day. Point. I don't have the courage to do it, and so, I dropped out of college. I barely went, but at the time, I mean, I was just so focused on doing music, and for that to also be just an obsession and a way for me to not have to self-service my mental health.
It was a way to keep avoiding.
Yeah. Keep it at bay, and I'm gonna be fine, and I'll forge ahead. And there's the there wasn't. I mean, there was some experimentation in high school, but it was never to completion.
Right.
I didn't lose my virginity in high school, and I wasn't dating, and I wasn't fucking.
No, I already heard the story about your virginity.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, it's so cool, dude.
Check the Patreon if you want to see it. No.
But I knew that something was gonna burst, and
Phrasing.
it did. Yeah. And I was in the middle of a job I hated.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just was sick of it and was like, all right, I need to get this out. And I did.
It just in the middle of your job,
Yeah.
Did you quit the job?
No.
Okay, I thought you quit
Eventually.
the job, and I thought you quit the job and cited that as a reason.
No. You know what? I'm too gay for this job.
And I'm gay.
Yeah.
And that's why I quit.
Yeah. Clearly, you don't respect me.
Because I'm gay.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
maybe you
Even
just
though,
now know this.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I was really holding it against a lot of people.
Was it just,
I was so resentful.
Well, the way you did set that up though made me think like it was just a loud exclamation just in the middle of your job.
Gay, okay?
Quit asking me. I was just in the middle of a job I hated and I had no way out. But was that, and I would assume a relief.
It was extraordinary. Because it's the biggest lie I've held on to.
Right.
Like
just a lie of omission, really. Or were you actively telling people you weren't gay? Because I had to do that.
The only people that ever really asked were my mom, and she did periodically through my childhood, and every time I said no, I just wasn't prepared,
right,
to say yes, and sometimes it's strange that way, where something's revealed in a relationship that you didn't necessarily know was there, and that can really scare you, because then you realize that, your parents are people. Like,
right.
Yeah, you do come from their loins, but
right.
It's still it still can be scary to realize that, you might not know someone so well.
Right.
I'm not specifically talking about like my family, but it's strange sometimes when you just kind of get mowed over by what you thought was one way, and
right.
it turned out to be a disappointment.
And especially when so with your mother continuously, I guess, checking in on you and your sexuality.
Yeah.
Was she more open to your coming out in your older age?
Yeah. Yes.
Did?
She was definitely supportive. Okay. Yeah, completely. And she was upset that
you had lied, basically, or
no, not so much. No. It was like she was upset that maybe we didn't have a good enough relationship for me to come to her and confide in her this
I don't
truth
know why
about
she would
me.
be upset with you that you lied to me your whole
little
life.
Son of a bitch.
Right.
No, thank God that's not the case.
Yeah.
I know that can be
right.
for a lot of people, and I am very privileged to have not had that happen. It was very cool. Yeah. And it has strengthened our relationship. So, a lot of good came out of this.
You're telling me you being gay has made you and your mother closer?
Strange shit, right? Yeah. See? It's all about the spice.
I'll be right back.
You just gotta taste the spice.
That is I'm glad to hear, obviously, that not that you felt the need to hide, or not to. Was it a fear that you didn't want to deal with it, or was it just anxiety that kind of made you push it off to the side of not confronting it, or?
I think part of it was ego. I think part of me wanted to be known as like the musician,
right,
or the drummer when I was in high school. I just wanted to be known as that. I didn't want my sexuality to have to be the first of three things that someone says about me when they're talking about me,
right, when they're describing
me. Like, I just, And like, now it's changed a little bit. I have to say, I don't want to sound like a grandpa, but like when I didn't feel cool about coming out in high school because of the ego thing, like I didn't want to be known as gay, where now it's like you throw that around everywhere because
especially if you're a musician, it's assumed that you're somewhere on that spectrum.
Right. Like being open's awesome.
It was a joke, by the way.
No.
Sorry. No, it's not. It's true.
So it was strange in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Just you see teenage romance around you in the halls and on television,
and you notice
in an art that's specifically geared towards you and your demographic.
Right.
You see it. You want to see yourself represented. Everybody does. So I, would lean into that and then just feel bad of what, instead of feeling good for the things I had, just focusing on the things I didn't have. So I think that not having, a companion, a partner, or a relationship, an intimate one throughout high school was like, it wore on me because I just saw it all around. And then, I started getting into bad eating habits. Like, I guess it just never dawned on me that like, hey, maybe don't give up on sports too soon.
Right.
Like, part of me's
try
like
to drown it in something else for a little bit.
Like,
healthier habits.
Like it's not like a regret, but man, I wish I would have done like cross country in high school.
Did you play any sports in high school, or was it all band stuff?
I did freshman year golf, and that was it.
So no, you didn't play any sports in high school. You did a hobby one spring, and that's about it.
That was about it. But all through elementary,
don't try to lie to me.
All through elementary, middle school, I did everything you could imagine.
Oh, they're gonna say absolutely nothing.
Yeah, except for like middle school football. Like I tried it, and then I threw up chicken soup that I had before the practice, and then I was like, I'm gonna go home. So I made it through a half a football practice once.
Nice. I made it through like 2 days of the first week of wrestling, and then I quit.
Yeah.
Because that was way too much conditioning for like to be on your hands and knees the whole time. I didn't think it made any sense.
Yeah,
personally,
I got choked out my first wrestling match.
Hell yeah, I never got to the match. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I was not particularly good at any sport, but baseball was my favorite, and played 8 years of that.
Nice.
So that was a lot of fun. Why I didn't do it in high school, not sure. I think, well, I know. Nope, that's a fucking lie. I know what it is. I started playing the drums. It was just, that became the obsession.
Now,
Nothing else
were you ever
mattered.
like classically trained? What's that? Technically trained? Did you take any lessons in drums or any instruments?
The extent of my lessons was through Drumline.
Okay.
That I was
the movie? Nick Cannon taught me how to play the drums.
Best MTV award for a makeout in history. MTV Movie Award, best kiss
is Drumline
from Drumline.
Nick Cannon and Megan Good.
And Megan Good, yeah, Megan Good, hell yeah, that's an incredible makeout scene. But my drumline instructor, my drumline instructor was very militant and
as I think most are, because our the drumline instructor at Zealand was he a vet or did he just seem like one? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
He ran like a refrigerator business or something.
Yeah, I thought it was refurbishment. I don't know. I thought he did wood stuff.
Oh, so it's probably a refrigerator business.
Yeah, yeah, it's wood and refrigerators.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, yes, also a veterinarian or whatever, a veteran.
The gentleman who was our drumline instructor was a cop.
Ah,
yeah. So I don't think that. Well, I mean, people would still get high, but like not in front of him, and like not at events.
Right.
This is before like You know,
I didn't even
think
know
kids,
people in band did that.
Well, kids in my high school, I mean, like, edibles wasn't really a thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was like smoking weed out of like a
How
pop,
old are you?
A pop can.
Yeah.
I'm 27.
Oh, okay. You're not. You're like 3 years old. Okay, you're the same age. Just call me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Not too old.
Nope.
Not near 30 yet.
Nope. And I'm stoked.
But yeah, that's the prime age of pop can bowls and things like that. If you can get your hands on a glass pipe, more power to you. But that's uncommon around those.
That
times.
was never my bag in high school. It was only ever like pop cans.
Oh yeah.
Because I didn't do it that often in high school. It's really like senior year. It was like I was so like every class I had was music, so I was just like going in on that. Maybe I had like an English class or something, which I liked anyway.
Was that your focus when you went to college?
Yeah, and that was
that
was a bad decision.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I should have done something else.
Yeah. Well, at least. Well, no, I was gonna say I also went to college, and the things that I was studying or trying to study psychology and political sciences, which might have gotten me somewhere if I kept doing it.
Right, like anything.
Life happens, you know.
Yeah, like anything. If you stick with it, you don't give up. I mean,
this is about to get too inspirational, and I don't like that shit.
Yeah.
How much time are we at, Jake?
Hour and 2 minutes.
Snikes. All right. So, before I forget, you can follow yourself. We can follow Jimmy at Jimmy Versluis. Fucking snot. All right, at Jimmy Versluis.
The hottest slice of the pie right
at
here.
Jimmy Versluis on Twitter and Instagram.
I don't have an Instagram.
All right, then add on the Twitter.
At Death Boys.
On Twitter as well or Instagram?
Both.
And that's Greet Death.
Versatile bitch.
Yes. Ooh, you some versatile bitches. And you can find their Spotify, their Apple. Just search Greet Death. There is New Hell your newest release?
It is. Yes. Yep.
Awesome.
A year old today.
Nice.
Feels pretty cool.
Anything else in the works?
Definitely.
Yes.
Yep.
Always.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Always. Mm-hmm.
Cool beans. Well, you know where to come when you want to talk about it.
Thank
Is there
you.
anything else you want to talk about, Jimmy? I know you got a message to get out to the world.
Oh wow.
This is an improv serve.
Well, I think Rina Sawayama made maybe the best record of the year. You know, I was supposed to see Sade this year. That didn't fucking happen. You know,
Tragic.
I just think. What are you saying?
I said tragic.
I
was agreeing.
It is.
I was affirming.
It is. See,
your
I was
rant.
so in the moment.
No, you're so insecure.
Yeah.
Go.
So, Hunter's right, and
I love you, Jim.
I love you too. Thank you for inviting me on this.
Of course. I appreciate seeing you all the time, and I appreciate this opportunity to sit down and talk to you and actually learn about you. And I hope I wasn't too abrasive in the way I ask questions.
No.
But it's only because I'm really trying to get some content. No, I'm really
Hell yeah.
I'm really trying to get to know you because I like my favorite part about this whole podcast has been not only for myself but giving listeners or viewers, if I have any, but giving people a chance to get to know artists. That way they can have or develop a new form or perspective of appreciation for their music or their art or, you know, whatever they do. So that's why I'm appreciative of every artist that comes in here, because it gives listeners or consumers of your art a new perspective to view your art.
For sure. And I appreciate you opening the door to them and giving us the platform to do so.
Oh,
So that's really, really neat.
My pleasure. Once again, Jimmy Versluis, at Jimmy Versluis on Twitter. I am Hunter Miles at H Marcel the Shell. And you can like us on Facebook at Where's This Going Podcast, and like us on or follow us on Spotify, and follow Greet Death on Spotify. Just search us and enjoy. Thank you guys so much.
She